What up, guys? I'm Michelle Marie with Clever Music. I sat down with Krispy and Joey of the Knux in studio to chat about their new album, Eraser. Their single Run featuring Kid Cudi is already making waves. Hear what they had to say about the evolution of their sound. Now, you guys always had this eclectic thing going on since the very beginning in the first album. How would you say your sound has evolved since the very first debut album?
I would say we've gotten heavier as far as like guitars, and the sound that we have now is like the sound like how we sound live.
Okay.
And we tried to make everything sound like how we sound live now, because our live show is like such a,
right,
such a staple of who we are. People know us from our live show. People know, oh, okay, the Knux, like that's a live band. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I want to see them live. When people hear our music, most people say, I want to see them live now,
right,
which is a good thing. You know what I mean?
Of
but
course.
we try to like make a marriage between the two now. You know what I mean? Like, we want to make records that only sound great live. You know?
Okay.
So
different influences that you can tell us about on this new album, Eraser?
Blues.
A lot of blues?
Blues.
Okay.
Like, it was like, we give a lot of straightforward riffs, like we always love really straightforward rock and roll, but I feel like we both would listen to a lot of blues. You know what I mean? We'll listen to like ZZ Top, a lot of ZZ Top stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like that was missing from our first album that's into this album. I think it just
more
came
rock,
with,
I feel like.
Yeah, it just came with age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just came with age. Embracing stuff that that you might have heard growing up that you weren't really into, but like as you've gotten older, you kind of like respect it now. Like ZZ Top again, perfect example of something I wasn't into growing up, but like on the road, I really got into their stuff. Downloaded all their stuff on iTunes. Went and got all ZZ Top stuff, and just like a love of like the way Billy Gibbons plays that guitar, that blues, that Texas walk guitar. Like it's we just wanted to make records like that. You can hear his influences in like records like She's So Up and stuff. I mean, when you say so, like
that's
stuff.
one of many.
Yeah.
That was on
So how do you guys, the question I want to know is your creative process. Everyone has their own thing. Sometimes people take a drive and then they get inspired. Sometimes they sit in a room and they lock themselves up. What do you guys do to actually create this specific sound? If you were to say.
There's no one way that we do it, but there's what stays the same is the music comes before the actual writing of the song.
Okay.
And we do that part. That part is done like a rapper. After we've done with the music, then we listen to it how a rapper listens to beats.
Yeah, I also
that's interesting.
Yeah, we well, I compose like many instrumentals, like build them up, compose them. Like he writes his songs and bring them to me, and I write my songs and bring them to him. And sometimes he sounds better singing my songs, and I sound better singing his. It's just we make the decision on who should sing, and who should not. You know what I mean? Like, so people used to always ask when we first started, like, who's singing on that? Like, that's us. You know what I mean? Like, but it's natural. People don't realize, it's us singing. I mean, but I mean, I've heard other bands say that their process is the same way, but not many bands. But like I heard James Hetfield say the same thing about Metallica stuff. Like, a lot of artists come from a poetry standpoint. They'll write the lyrics first, and then they build the music around it. But we build the music first, and then write the lyrics. So sometimes the music just influences words and emotions and feelings. I'll be riding around LA or whatever, or be on PCH just like riding around and like, oh, this is what it sounds like, and I'll call him on the phone from the car like, yo.
We got to pull over.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
put it together.
Exactly. So it just comes together different ways, but that's like the basic way.
That's the basic way.
That's the basic.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Clever Music to stay up to date with all that goes down in the studio. I'm Michelle Marie, and I'll see you guys next time.